Steven Universe Future Episode 6, titled A Very Special Episode, is in fact a very special episode, as we see Rainbow Quartz 2.0 playing with Onion. Apparently, Onion has quite the fondness for Rainbow Quartz, as Rainbow acts as a kind of Mary Poppins type character for Onion, just playing, using a little bit of their magical umbrella stuff to help tidy up the room with a nice little ditty. I love it. I'm so happy to see Rainbow Quartz 2.0 yet again. Not much of a fighter character, but just a very fun character to have around. However, Steven has actually kind of spread himself a little bit thin, as he also promised to help Garnet with a safety class for a few gems. And unfortunately, Garnet can't run it herself, as she does tend to tell people possible futures where they die horrifically. Very reminiscent of the one episode where Garnet talked to Steven with her future sight and all that. How he could end up being harmed and all that good stuff. So they end up forming into Sunstone. And Sunstone goes over all these various ways of keeping your house safe and secure from any potential danger. However, things aren't going so great with Pearl and Onion, as Onion is none too happy that Rainbow Quartz left. So Steven ends up heading back in order to keep Onion away from any more imminent danger. However, Ethan has to pop back to Garnet, who has created this safety obstacle course, but then they ended up getting distracted by the television. So, Sunstone takes this opportunity to teach them about street safety and all that good stuff. I love Sunstone. Like, Sunstone has to be my favorite fusion, not just because of the wacky design, but the positive attitude. Like, very reminiscent of all the Sonic PSAs that they embody. Like, I'm just really digging it. However, Pearl has found herself in a bit of a horror movie situation, as Onion has basically gone full feral, and that's just because he really wanted to have Rainbow around, and also wanted some cookies. But Onion just has this really awkward love for Steven in general. So, Rainbow Quartz comes up with this idea to basically bring Onion along to the safety meeting, only for Onion to take a blade of grass and lead the gems, Pied Piper of Hamlet style, off the nearest cliff. And Onion is actually shocked by this, so at least Onion didn't intend for this to happen, but it's still hilarious. And as an argument breaks out between Garnet and Pearl with who should fuse with Steven in order to save the gems, in comes Amethyst, just kind of bummed that she hasn't seen Steven for 11 minutes, the average length for a Steven Universe episode, and Steven just collapses from the sheer exhaustion of everything that he has had to do. And we end up finding out this was in fact a PSA. And it's full on the if you ever seen any of the Dove Steven Universe crossover sets. It's like filmed on one of those in the PSA style by Sunstone, and it's just like, yo, we had a PSA inside of PSA, and we see that the gems are okay. It's hard to tell if that thing was even reality or not, because it's just like, was that the real life or was that just fantasy? And it ends with it just being a PSA by Sunstone about just learning how to manage your time, and sometimes when you're overworked, just knowing when to say no, which, all things considered, is actually a very important thing. Like, I'll be honest, I've done stuff like that before. Like, even in adult life, where it's just like, I've just put too many fires in the eye. Shoot, I've known people who will have like five different things going on in the span of a day, and certain things just end up being completely wrecked because they didn't sort through everything that they needed to do. It's it's a very filler episode, but it's an important lesson that people really just need to grasp and learn and just know when to say no when they have too much going on, or else you might end up having your friends run off a cliff or something. But a delightful episode. But with 10 episodes to go, it's kind of like, was this necessary? Couldn't we be focusing on something else? But it keeps with the overall theme of Steven just kind of not always doing the right thing as of late. He's just kind of overworked. He's not sure about the right course of action. It's at least in keeping with the theme that seems to be going on in this season. So, if nothing else, it just adds to the context of the overall season. Also, just always a pleasure to see Rainbow Quartz 2.0 and Sunstone. Some very lovely voice work by them. And it was good to at least have an episode where they just showed up for a good long while. But if nothing else, tell me your thoughts and feelings in the comment section below. How did you feel about this very special episode? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you completely indifferent? Reveal all in the comment section below. And maybe even tell me about any situations where you found yourself a little overworked. But until then, bell, subscribe, whatever you feel is necessary, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.